Welcome everyone, thanks for joining us. This is the CruiseAway show with Derek and Joe. Thanks for being here. Sit back, relax and let the holiday fun come to you.
Yes, welcome. We're all about getting you the biggest variety of travel, combining all the major cruise line trips with exciting city stays, tours and adventures. We've been planning epic trips for over 2.5 decades.
And loving every single day of it. In this show, we're going to unlock the magic of the repositioning cruise. Now that's where a cruise ship moves from one part of the world to another to start a new season. Now these cruises are magic because they offer us more cruising days to enjoy.
So let's hop about with the cruise line for everybody, Royal Caribbean. We'll join Anthem, Quantum and Navigator of the Seas on their repositioning journeys around the world, from close to home to the exotic samurai shores of Japan.
Fabulous. Let's get you straight on board then. The first of our big thrill adventures, and it's a 19-night package in all, heading to Hawaii and starting right here in Oz, where we join the mighty Anthem of the Seas in Sydney Harbour. Oh, she's amazing.
You know, this is just such an amazing place to be joining a ship. Even if you're from Sydney, there's nothing quite like strolling up to the harbour and getting on board a beautiful cruise ship and then sailing under the Sydney Harbour Bridge. I mean, wow. And an Anthem of the Seas as well is a spectacular vessel. She is actually quantum class, which means you have got all of the most exciting, innovative entertainment on offer, from the Flow Rider, where you can quite literally learn to surf. Now, I know many of us that live perhaps in Sydney where you're boarding the ship, yeah, it's one of the surfing capitals of the world. But like me, you might never have tried it because you just feel a bit nervous. Well, you can do it in a nice, comfortable environment on board the ship, or perhaps some skydiving once again in a controlled, comfortable environment with iFly. There's the signature rock climbing wall as well. And oh, how fun is this? The Seaplex, you've got bumper cars, you've got roller disco. Ooh, like it's 1988. I love it. I was a champion, by the way, just for everybody's information, back in the 80s, back in the day. This is a really great space to hang out, and do something different, do something fun. If you're traveling with the family too, because it makes sense, if you're going to be doing a cruise with the family, something close to home where you can all board and no flights are involved. There's tons of activities for the kiddos. There's Adventure Ocean, which is their own dedicated space for all age groups, from 3 to 18. So, they'll always have something to do or on offer up there. But at the same time, as you just saw, the Entertainment Plex offers you tons of family-friendly activities. We love that. Oh, the North Star. Now, this takes you high above the ship on, heights even higher than Sydney Harbour Bridge in a glass pod. 360-degree views you'll get up there. That's amazing. The pool deck, we've seen some footage of that. I mean, the pools are absolutely awesome, and there's also lots of different activities out there, splash pads and things like that. Now, when it comes to food, oh yeah, you've got a proper British pub on board to enjoy, but then you've got tons of other places to eat too. Brass and Rocks, the English pub. Oh, the Bionic Bar. You can watch robots mix your Cosmopolitan or Mojito or whatever it might be, or your Joatini. See, I just made up a new name for a martini with my name. Yeah, you can make up your own cocktail. And then there's shows beyond measure on board. You're going to be having some signature entertainment, including We Will Rock You, which is a famous West End musical. Of course, it's toured in Oz as well, and Broadway. I mean, that is included in your cruise fare, no extra money for that. And the original Royal Caribbean production, The Gift, is on offer. We're cruising out of Sydney, and first up we are going to be heading over to Papeete in Tahiti, which is just lush tropical paradise. And I always think the Tahitian Islands are the definition of paradise, that perfect blue ocean, those powder white sands and the lovely nature that awaits you in Papeete. Then we're into Moorea, and you might want to go on a stingray adventure, feed the stingrays, and that's really fun. They're actually very friendly. They're like cats. You might want to go to the Tiki Village to learn about the local culture as well, which is always interesting. Next up, we're into Raiatea. They call this God's Cradle, and this is the home of ancient artifacts from the Polynesian civilization dating back thousands of years. The burial ground, the Maria Tapatapatea, is interesting to visit as well. Then we're going to be cruising into Honolulu, Lulu, like the song once said, and you've got 2 nights in Honolulu on the island of Oahu. It is the capital of the Hawaiian Islands for a reason. You're going to be finding some of the best shopping and restaurants, but also natural beauty. You've got Pearl Harbor there to visit. You have Diamond Crater, Diamond Head, where you can get lovely hikes up to the summit. You can go and see the lovely wildlife. Head to Hanauma Bay for world-class snorkeling and see pufferfish and clownfish and all of those beautiful marine animals. Now, we've got some nice chunks of sea day to enjoy all of the adventures on board out of Sydney into Honolulu as we do the crossing, which is great. But here's an overview. Of course, boarding in Sydney, then those days at sea, Papeete, Tahiti, Moorea, French Polynesia, Raiatea, then more time at sea before we head into Hawaii, and then we're going to fly you back to Oz.
And you are going to have the greatest time, particularly on this repositioning cruise, because you have got more days at sea. They are brilliant because you saw all the activities that you have on board. You've got the skydiving, you've got the surf simulator, you've got the North Star, and you've got time to really relax and enjoy the poolside vibe and everything that goes on during the day, as well as some very cheeky late nights on board Anthem of the Seas as well. So enjoy that. A little bit more leisure, a little bit more cruising time, and a phenomenal price tag coming your way, let me tell you, considering you've got that longer than usual cruise and the Waikiki stay. I mean, check this out. I mean, really? Look. Just take in that price tag for a second. Remember the length of the cruise here, 16 nights of cruising, and you've got your stay in Waikiki. And Royal Caribbean, as Joe said before when we were looking on board the ship, it is the cruise line for absolutely everyone watching this. Lots of family fun and entertainment, great activities and enrichment as well. Lots of grown-up things as well as family things and great stuff for the kids. You've got the most incredible relaxation spots. The solarium, once you find it, will be your haven, let me tell you. And your 19-night trip, remember, starts in Sydney with that 16-night full-board cruise on Anthem of the Seas. Fabulous entertainment without having to buy tickets for it. The thrills, lots of included dining and more. And your service charge gratuities are also included as you cruise across to the South Pacific and Tahiti and French Polynesia and end in Honolulu 16 nights later to enjoy a 2-night stay in a Waikiki hotel before you then fly home to Oz. It is ridiculous for this price tag. Grab it before that ship is full. A deposit today will grab that price here at CruiseAway. Here's everything that's included for you. Here's the amazing deal. Honestly, everyone watching this should grab this deal right now because it's something extraordinary. If you know Royal Caribbean cruising and you know just the level of inclusions there are on board, you'll know what an excellent price tag this is. Now, you do get more nights of cruising when you're on one of these repositioning cruises, and this kind of shows you just how good the value is as well. And it is a fabulous ship, a great way of trying new things, enjoying great big shows. Just to let you know as well, actually, this ship is repositioning even further from Hawaii, and she's going to end up in Vancouver for some Alaska cruises. So if you fancy extending the cruise on this and following it all the way to Vancouver to go and cruise Alaska, then just let the team know. It's really fascinating. Honestly, it's an amazing opportunity. Call us toll free 1300 412 358. That's the magic number. You can call us toll free 7 days a week. And here at CruiseAway, when you want to unlock the biggest deals in cruise holidays, we are the #1 destination.
With over 25 years of travel experience, when booking with CruiseAway, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday. Just pay a deposit today and then you have until the due date to pay your balance. You can browse our deals online at cruiseaway.com.au or call us toll free and speak to one of our experienced cruise consultants based right here in Australia. Plus, as a fully accredited member of CLIA, AFTA and ATAS, you have total confidence and complete peace of mind when booking with us. CruiseAway, you know you want to.
Absolutely. If there's more nights of cruise for less money, I'm absolutely in for that, aren't you?
Oh, you've got to take advantage. Yes, and we have some amazing offers coming up for you. Our next repositioning cruise adventure with Royal Caribbean heads out of Brisbane for an epic cruise across the South Pacific and the Hawaiian Islands, ending in the gateway of the Rocky Mountains and Alaska, Seattle. 27 exciting nights begin by joining Quantum of the Seas in Brisbane for your stunning and lengthy 23-night itinerary. Oh, well, we don't see many cruises coming out of Brisbane, but it is becoming more of a hotspot for embarkations. So it's a really handy spot, actually, for anyone up in the sort of northeast or top end, and really around the country, because national flights are so easy to do anyway. And you can speak to our team about that, by the way. But yes, I tell you what, this ship has got it all. The Quantum of the Seas was the original, the first in class of Quantum class, and it's been updated as well, actually, very recently, so you can expect all the spaces to look and feel like new. And this is something that Royal Caribbean is so good at maintaining, their quality of aesthetic. Look at the rock climbing wall. Now, if you've ever ventured on Royal Caribbean before, you'll know that the signature is their rock climbing wall, but on Quantum it is bigger, better and bolder than ever before, and you can ring the bell at the top if you get to the top, by the way, just saying. Then how about some roller skating or bumper cars? A whole entertainment complex with foosball and arcades. This lush solarium also has fresh tropical plants and has that cover all the time depending on the weather. Not that you'll probably need it on this voyage, but you never know. Now, when it comes to dining, yes, Royal Caribbean are known for their brands. You'll find Starbucks on board, for example, Jamie's Italian, but there's so much more to enjoy. And when it comes to food, whatever you're in the mood for, izumi, when it comes to sushi in Japanese, is delicious. You also have a lot of options that are packed into your cruise fare already, which is your main dining room, and which is the main dining American and international restaurant, that one's called, and the Windjammer, which has got the biggest plates I've ever seen at sea, where you can eat everything from pizza to Chinese, Japanese, fresh, hearty, comfort food. We're talking of that. The Amber and Oak pub will offer you pub grub as well, which is great. What about Wonderland for crispy crab cones topped with fluffy avocado mousse, or gazpacho served with pepper spheres and bread foam? All sounds dreamy, doesn't it? Well, that's why it's called Wonderland. It is that nouveau cuisine experience at sea, and you can find out on board with the team when you're wanting to book those, because they have a nominal extra fee. But entertainment, I tell you what, Royal Caribbean put the E into entertainment. They have got spectacular shows, award-winning shows with acrobats and flyers, with their full dance cast and singing cast as well, bringing you something different every single night. Game shows as well. There's so much fun to be had in that theatre. And they also have the 270 Lounge. There's not just one place to go and watch shows. So we're cruising out of Brisbane, and some time at sea will see us into lush Pepite, Tahiti, which is dazzling with vivid lagoons and volcanic peaks. You can feel the island rhythm at the waterfront market, and take a lovely catamaran cruise across the glowing lagoon while you're there, and some snorkeling as well for sure. Moorea's up next, where you'll see these really dramatic volcanic peaks that are in contrast with the beautiful blue ocean. Wander pineapple plantations, they're famous for it, or perhaps take the 4WD Island Safari through the volcanic valleys. Then it's Raiatea. Raiatea, known as the Sacred Island or God's Cradle, reveals ancient Polynesian temples, and you can learn all about this civilization, one of the first civilizations to travel the oceans. Then it's gorgeous Honolulu, the capital of the Hawaiian Islands, where you can head to Pearl Harbor and learn about the World War II history, or a Hawaiian luau, which would be fascinating, or maybe even Honolulu by air, by float plane or helicopter. Wouldn't that be unforgettable? Next up, we're into Kailua Kona on Big Island, where you can bask in the golden light, where lava fields meet the beautiful sea. Wander along Ali'i Drive and sample Kona coffee, which is world famous. Then we're going to finish the cruise in Seattle. Now, you're going to disembark for a 2-night hotel stay with breakfast, which is great. great. Wow, what an incredible city. Beneath the shadow of the Space Needle, discover Pike Place Market, sip coffee by the waterfront, maybe do a little sunset cruise out on the harbour. I did that, it was so much fun. Sweeping skyline views await you as well of Seattle when you head on up to the Space Needle. It's wonderful, honestly. And of course, it's the gateway to Mount Hood and Mount Washington, the national parks. Now, again, on this adventure, you've got some good chunks of time at sea where you can really enjoy the ship, day 2 to 8 and day 19 to 23, and some scenic cruising along the way as well. Of course, we're starting in Brisbane, heading to some beautiful ports in Tahiti and French Polynesia before Hawaii awaits us, and finishing up in the grunge capital and the technology capital of the world, Seattle.
Yeah, and you're going to have such a great time on Quantum as well. She's an absolute dream of a ship. There is just so much going on board. Honestly, I don't know where to begin with the highlights of this trip because there just are so many of them. You've got plenty of time to chill out and enjoy the mix of ports as you go along, and the ship itself that will keep you amused, entertained, well fed, relaxed, full of activity, dancing, laughing, singing, the whole lot. Honestly, so good. If you were to try and guess this price, you would guess far too high. I'm promising you that right now, because have a look at what we have. This is Royal Caribbean. This is pretty much, one of the biggest cruise companies there is in the world. And you will just adore this ship. Because you know what? Even over your 23 nights of cruising, you might not have seen it all. You might not have done it all, because there are so many different choices. You've got places to escape and relax. You can enjoy the wonderful artwork, which is all the way around the ship. And it's very different art as well. Kinetic sculptures, wonderful lighting, different theming in every bar and lounge and whatever. You will love it. Get involved in the new adventures that are available and the activities that you can do on this ship, because they are brilliant. And they're included in your price tag as well, to try and sample these experiences. So your package includes your 23-night incredible and epic cruise from Brisbane across to the South Pacific and the Hawaiian Islands, ending in Seattle in Washington, where you enjoy a 2-night hotel stay there before the included flight back to Oz. The value is stunning and includes your gratuity service charges while you're on board. The magic of the repositioning cruise, longer than they should be and better value for money than they ever should be. Here's everything that's included for you. I love this. Again, it is epic. And I did my homework on this as well. And I looked at where you're arriving and the dates you're arriving into Seattle. Do you know what? There's a couple of Alaska cruises that would bolt on to the end of this really nicely. Talk to the team and they'll give you all the details that you need. But if you wanted, you're going all the way to Seattle, and Seattle is one of the 2 big gateways to Alaska cruising, and you could make that happen as part of this holiday as well as many other possibilities too. It is amazing. Remember, this is for April in 2027, so a deposit today is all you need. Call us right now, 1300 412 358. And listen, if you're liking the idea of all of these journeys and thinking, wow, actually, you know what? You only have to get on this ship once, and wherever it goes, you only have to unpack once and just enjoy it. Honestly, if you're not cruising yet, you should be, and here's why.
When you choose to cruise, you'll experience one of the best value holidays with so much included as standard. Your floating resort will take you to multiple destinations in one trip, where you'll wake up to a new view every day and only have to unpack once. Your ensuite accommodation will have everything you need to feel right at home, with a daily service provided by your personal cabin steward. Around the ship, you'll have the opportunity to take part in various activities, which can include quizzes, dance classes, game shows, movie screenings, lectures, and much more. If that sounds too much, then feel free to relax, unwind, and watch the world go by in a solarium or around one of the pools, or even in a hot tub. If you're cruising with a family, then the little ones will be well taken care of, with a range of kids clubs available for all ages from morning till late. Plus, no matter the age, everyone can have a thrilling time with rock climbing walls, zip lines, water parks, skating, simulators, and even bumper cars. When it comes to food, you'll never go hungry on a cruise, with options available right around the clock. Enjoy fine dining with waiter service in one of the main restaurants, or opt for something more casual in the self-service buffet. There's also snacks and room service available too. And as the sun goes down, that's when the ship really comes to life. Every evening, you'll be spoilt for choice when it comes to entertainment, from Broadway-style shows in the lavish theatre to live music, comedy, karaoke, silent discos, as well as onboard nightclubs, allowing you to dance the night away. So, if you want more holiday for less dollar, make sure you choose to cruise.
It's amazing, honestly. I want to jump out of this studio right now and book the next one. In fact, I have a couple booked already, I have to say. That's a confession. I have. You will. You'll find yourself in the same position, I promise you. Anyway, listen, we must move on because we have one final epic repositioning cruise holiday package with Royal Caribbean, and it takes us to enjoy the latest high-tech and the ancient wonders of Japan, Hong Kong, Vietnam and Singapore all in one. Your 17 nights begin on the 15th of October by flying from Sydney over to Japan's capital, Tokyo. Oh my word, what a dazzling city. And we've included a 2-night hotel stay here for you.
With breakfast, indeed. And when you touch down in Tokyo, you'll find that the bright neon lights are the first thing probably that draws you into the heart of this city. But then it has this other side, which is all about tradition. And you can explore ancient temples in Asakusa, dine in Shibuya's incredible vast selection of restaurants, and just enjoy the best sushi ever at the source. Incredible. Then it's time to cruise on board Navigator of the Seas for 11 nights out of Yokohama, the port for Tokyo. Brilliant. One of the classic Voyager class from Royal Caribbean, with some of the original exciting thrills that Royal Caribbean is known for. Mini golf included. You don't see that on a lot of ships. Ice skating. Open sessions are included, so you can go and ice skate, and then you can also watch some of the most amazing ice shows at sea. Things that you think about, if you went to see an ice show on tour back home, it costs you a lot of money, hundreds of dollars sometimes for tickets, and you're actually getting that included in your cruise fare. Then there's the main theatre too, so it's not just that. Adventure Ocean for the kiddos, which is wonderful if you are travelling with the kids or grandkids. Then there's this lovely big atrium area, which is almost like an indoor shopping mall or Vegas at sea. There's restaurants and bars and boutiques there, and they do parades through the atrium with some of their characters and their dance cast and their crew staff team, and they will try and get you involved. Don't worry, you don't have to, but it's kind of infectious, the fun on board Royal Caribbean. In fact, you can do things like silent disco, 80s night, white hot party. They have all of those on offer, and depending on the itinerary, they will have different themed entertainment. So of course, being in the East, you can expect to see Eastern themed fun as well. I love that. We are cruising out of Yokohama, and a day at sea is going to see us into beautiful Nagasaki, which is a place of ancient remembrance, but you'll also find and more so modern remembrance if we think about it, but you'll also find some lovely shopping in Nagasaki to pick up keepsakes. Then it's Jeju in South Korea, known as the island of the gods. Lava tubes, waterfalls, seaside cliffs, an excursion to Hallasan National Park and Mangajul Lava Cave would be really great to do here. Then we're on to Hong Kong, which has a skyline like no other. Victoria Harbour, of course, sparkling beneath the towering peaks. Now you might want to take a harbour cruise and tram experience whilst you're there. Leaving the lights of Hong Kong behind, we cruise towards Vietnam's Imperial Coast and Chiang Mai, which would give you a real look into the Imperial Past and the citadel of Hue, where you can see dragon-lined walls and royal tombs and glide along the Perfume River, which would be great. Now, cruising into Singapore, we're going to disembark and have 2 nights in a hotel a central hotel with your breakfast included as well. The Lion City, as Singapore is known, your modern oasis. Now, you might have had a stopover in Singapore when you've been heading somewhere else, maybe over to Europe, but it's lovely to have 2 full days there to explore Gardens by the Bay, shop Orchard Road, savour chili crab, one of the famous delicacies from Singapore, right by the river, and maybe head to Raffles for that all famous Singapore sling. They do a virgin version as well if you're not a drinker or if you're travelling with the kids. You've got to pick up the Raffles Hotel t-shirt as well to take home. After all of this excitement, we are flying you back to Oz, well travelled and well rested.
Yeah, completely. Having had a very, very exciting time with Royal Caribbean, this could well be your first cruise with Royal Caribbean. You are going to love it, let me tell you. And you're going to love the variety. Again, holidays are all great when they have varieties. You know, being able to stay in Tokyo and Singapore just gives you that slightly deeper dive. It's a nice way of easing gently through your travels. It's wonderful. Again, our price tag here is extraordinary. Take a look straight away, and I think a lot of you will be booking today or in the next couple of days. Ring round the family, ask everyone that you know, do you fancy doing an adventure like this? Because this is taking you to lots and lots of different places and doing something completely and utterly new. And this price, by the way, should be much, much more. This is a great repositioning opportunity. Your flights are included, first to Tokyo, where you have 2 nights there in a hotel included for you, so you can go and explore that city. And then 11 nights on board Navigator of the Seas, where literally you could be on the go all day, every day. You've got your gratuity service charges included, you're cruising around Japan and South Korea, you've got a call into Hong Kong, you go into Vietnam as well. So you're seeing lots of interesting places, and then you end in Singapore, and then you'll actually stay there in Singapore as well, which is wonderful. We've included a 2-night hotel stay and of course your flight back to Oz. Here's everything that is included for you. This is wonderful. And just to let you know that Navigator is repositioning over to Singapore, and she's got a number of Thailand, Malaysia and Vietnam cruises there for you to choose from as well, which will be great obviously beyond this date. So if you're looking even further into the future, as a lot of people are doing their holiday planning like way in advance, which is a good thing to do, because you can do like with this one, you can just call today with a deposit and the plans are in place. You know it's happening. You also know you've bagged a deal. You really have bagged a deal for the length of cruise, and there's so much included when you are on board with Royal Caribbean. All the big production shows, lots of the activities that we went through and we saw earlier, they're included. You can take those for granted when you're on board. You'll love the food as well. You'll never go hungry with Royal Caribbean. If you only ever went to their Windjammer buffet for the whole cruise, you'd have eaten your way around the world. You'd have eaten far too much because the choice is just massive.
Yeah.
But you would have been well satisfied just from the buffet. It's honestly, it's lovely. It's such a treat.
It's so good. And I remember the first time I ever went to that buffet and I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And the quality of food, the variety, like you mentioned. But that's just one tiny little increment in your cruising experience with Royal Caribbean. And yeah, you're going to absolutely love every moment of this experience. But make sure you don't miss out on some of these deals. Of course, they are so good and they only remain on offer as long as there are cabins, staterooms available. So make sure you speak to our team.
Absolutely. Thanks for your company. Come back and see us again as we cruise away. Take care.
Ciao for now.